It is a trend made famous by the book and movie Moneyball. Sports teams turning to big data and analytics to drive decisions and gain a competitive edge. And now that's moving into the area of sports medicine. Kitman Labs builds software that analyzes athletes' medical data, and the goal, reduce injuries. They work with several baseball teams and have just announced a partnership with the NFL's Miami Dolphins. The founder and chief executive, Stephen Smith, joins us from San Francisco. Stephen, I'm just wondering if you could describe what exactly does Kitman Labs produce?
Yeah, so we produce a software platform that helps teams to understand the science of winning. We allow them to bring together all of the data points that they're collecting around the stresses that are placed upon athletes from practices and games. And then we collate that information with all of the, how that information manifests itself in terms of a stress response in the athlete's day-to-day. And by bringing together all of those different data points and amalgamating that together, we can start to understand what those stresses actually really mean and when an athlete is at risk, and we can empower the backroom staff with insightful, actionable pieces of information that allow them to drive proactive decision-making and ensure that they keep their athletes on the field and they keep their team winning games.
Stephen, I'm wondering if you could give us an example either from rugby or soccer in the UK, because I know that your product is used there, or maybe even, let's say, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Give us an example specifically about how the software has been used.
Yeah, so the software is used, all day long by these teams. They collect masses of information from when the athletes arrive in the morning. We have a markerless motion capture system that allows the teams to collect in-depth, dynamic information about how these athletes move and the mechanics of their movement. That information is pulled together with some other information that we take from the athletes regarding how they feel, how they've slept, I suppose all of the information about how those athletes are well prepared for practice that day. And we pull that together with other information that we take about the stresses and load placed upon these athletes every day from games and training.
Right, but Stephen, it's just if you could give an example of a player and a decision that was made by the team about that player based on the software.
Sure. So some of the more, I suppose, in-depth information we take will be relating to the different types of risk factors associated. So an athlete may arrive into practice on a particular day, and a range of motion or a particular mechanic around a joint, say a knee injury, for example, there will be excess valgus angle on a knee, which means that their knee joint would not be performing to, I suppose, optimum levels. The staff can then see this, and they can use corrective exercises to actually intervene with that, and they can ensure that that athlete is promoted and back to the pitch safely.
All right, we got to leave it there, but I want to thank you very much for joining us. Stephen Smith is the founder and the chief executive of Kitman Labs.